Oh shoot, I definitely forgot my thumbnail, didn't I? I 100% forgot my thumbnail. Oopsies. Oopsies. Let's fix that real quick. Let's fix that one. That noise is getting on my nerves, bro. I can't lie. There we go. Fix that. Perfect. Beautiful. This is definitely Minecraft, guys. Don't worry about it. You know, this is totally Minecraft. You just gotta believe in your heart that it's Minecraft, and it'll be Minecraft. Okay, let me edit the category real quick. 60 seconds. There we go. All right. There we go. Perfect, I think, maybe. Did it set it? Yeah, okay. Perfect. And then, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Yo, what's up, Echo? Welcome to stream. Alright. You should do this, but play the Minecraft mod of this. Okay, here's the thing. I have never played this game before in my life. I've seen like 3 YouTube videos on it back in like 2024. So this is going to be highly entertaining because of the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, that stupid little ringing noise has gotta go, or whatever it's called, that staticky noise. Let's see, audio, music volume stays down, sound volume, let's lower this a bit at least. Okay. There we go. Now, new game. This is a decade-old game. I don't know, man. I never actually got into a bunch of games. So, let's see. Select the type of atomic adventure. Survival, I'm pretty sure it's the normal one. It's basically Fallout. Never played that either. That's the thing. Okay. Fat Man, normal. What? What? This is an option? Okay. I'm assuming let's just do easy mode for now. Let's just do easy mode for now, just to get the speed, like get the feeling of it. Even soup can go to space, same. Oh, I don't have to scavenge for it. Okay. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was the close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. What? On day 1? I think you just got weirdos, bro. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one. The greatest shelter you've ever seen. The best one you can imagine. My friends, they say, Donald, I've seen your shelter. It's quite a good shelter. We've never seen another one, but we're pretty sure this is a good amount of supplies. Time to ration. No rations. No food for anyone. Oh dear, we just remembered we planned on taking a trip in the south in 2 months. If it's still there, we are going, right? We're still pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. What? Nah. Alright. I hope you're used to rotting corpses, Neon. Yeah, bruh. What do you think it looks like when I don't take a shower? Okay. This audio is annoying. Planning far ahead is usually a good strategy, but for now we should be more interested in our plan for water rationing. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. Ted is not complaining today, at least not very much. Okay. We'll ration out some water. We're skipping soup today, I know. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. Ted is vigorous enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. Dolores is in pretty good shape. Wasteland is no match for Mary Jane. Timmy is in good health and full of optimism. Okay. Should we start preparing an expedition for tomorrow? Sure. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments in close quarters doesn't help. We were chatting and suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we'll get over this soon. Day 3. Is there a way to like... There is a setting button. Okay. Sound volume. That is like really... It's really annoying. Okay. We're done fighting, but for how long? Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best of this situation. He even seems cheerful. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Ration supplies. Give some soup to Timmy and water to Timmy. Because we're sending him out. It's about time we chose someone to scavenge for remains in our town in search of the supplies. Who will it be? The wasteland awaits. Timmy. Alright. Give him some food and water. Sending him out. Alright. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. What is she, the Hulk, bro? Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Everything seems okay with Dolores. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing very well. Time to ration supplies. Water for everyone. Soup for everyone. We woke up to a dripping sound today. Notice there's something leaking from the pipes. The green liquid looks innocent enough. What? Even after it ate through the table and the chair and the floor. Patching up that pipe is probably a good idea. I don't know what this is, but suitcase. Sure. There's gotta be something in the suitcase, right? I survived 5 days. Let's go! We grabbed our old suitcase and shoved it under the pipe. Seems like a liquid that was supposed to leak out did. So during the night, on the bright side, we don't have to worry about the smell making us sick anymore. The downside, our suitcase is completely ruined. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Life is hard for us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it's still safe. It'll stay this way. Ted is fine. Ted just, like, doesn't get nothing, bruh. Okay. No water or food for them today. They can wait. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. Alright. Day 6. Ooh. Knocking. Hold up. Some mornings we feel a bit hopeless. We need to pull ourselves together and be a bit more optimistic. The army can't be far. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Dolores is fine as well. As much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. Start to ration supplies. No, we'll get water tomorrow. Our hideout was approached by a man we didn't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but now he survives as a trader and a gambler. He offered us a card game for a bet of 2 water bottles. Shall we play? Yeah, I believe in Ted. Ted's got this. He's probably a con artist, but Ted's got this. Ted's locked in, bro. Oh, Timmy's back. Hello, Timmy. Haha, Lady Luck has smiled on us. Let's go. We won a vicious game of war. Y'all played war for 2 water bottles? The man wasn't too happy about it, but he delivered on his promise. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Where to go for supplies? What a silly question. To the store, of course. We decided that bombs don't matter that much, and our favorite store would still be our #1 stop for groceries. We found it, or at least what was left. Most food on the shelves was outdated and rotten. A lot of eggs were smashed on the floor. Guess what? Minus soup cans don't expire until 2015. It's 2026, dog! Good for us. We found a shelf with a big sign on it that read everything for 99 cents. The only thing left were bottles of water, huh? There was a restroom in the back. Inside, we found a dead body next to a first aid box. Guess it didn't help. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. Timmy is very hungry. Timmy is really tired. There needs to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted should drink something soon. Okay, so everybody gets a water. And then Timmy gets soup. Okay? Okay, the contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions... Wait, hold on. Nope, we're giving Mary Jane some soup as well. And then we're sending Mary Jane out. Can I click Mary Jane somehow? Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. We know very little about what's going on outside. It's a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to the safety. A radio could help with this. Yes. Okay. We're sending Mary Jane out. I want the mutant Mary Jane. We are able to get a weak signal to tap into the government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Tim is very hungry. I just fed this kid! What? Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Good job. Okay. Timmy, you are a D1 fatty, bro. We're taking Dolores out. Or not Dolores. We're taking Mary Jane outside. She's going out. Bye-bye. Don't come back until you're infected and become a mutant. Okay? Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores is fine as well. As much as anyone can be fine. And, well, in this tiny shelter, Ted is fine. Ration supplies. I ain't feeding nobody. 1 minute. It was all fine. Next, we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This was insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves, or if we're going to survive this, let's just sleep on it. Mary Jane Mutant is the best person. Exactly. Like, that's like one of the only things I remember. Okay, we survived till day 10 without any casualties, unless Mary Jane's just gone. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Timmy should eat something. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Dolores can't remain thirsty for long. Ted is hungry. Where is water when Ted needs it? So, everybody just wants food and water. Great. Alright. You fatties. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in. But we'll have to leave. It can take a few days to come back. Yeah. Eventually, it would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy has comics about those, so you know they must exist, as all we need to do is make contact with the military. We'll use the radio, why not? It's probably gonna like break somehow. Oh? Hold up. We got a radio? We made contact! Yes! The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we have to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago? Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about. Today, no new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. Ted's just a chill guy. Time to ration supplies. Nothing. You get nothing. Timmy got back to the shelter from his expedition and looked fine, but it turned out he had hurt his hand on a piece of rusty metal. His wound was infected. It doesn't look like it's healing up. We have to patch it. Do I amputate here? Do I amputate? I kind of want to amputate just so I know what happens. Should I amputate or should I medkit? I feel like Timmy looking too upset, bro. He needs to choose a problem. Yeah, we'll amputate. What if I just like do both? Oh, okay. Yeah. Hmm. 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 I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to give the med kit. You know what? No, he's a redhead. Get him out of here. Just do it. Timmy was very brave about the idea of cleaning up his wound with a heated axe blade. It was a bit painful, but it was soon over. The axe is in no shape to be used again, but Timmy seems much better. They didn't even amputate, wimps. Wimps, just lob it off, bro. You know, like, come on. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Bro, what is with Timmy being good 5 minutes ago? If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. Ted's just a chill guy. Okay. Timmy gets his rations. Because, you know, he took it like a champ. Timmy's not doing great. It would be good to talk to him and cheer him up. Sure. Why not? How did they heat it, Lamau? With the power of sheer aura. Alright, even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Timmy seems okay as much as he can be in our current situation. Dolores has to drink sometimes. Ted needs water to survive. Okay. Dolores, you don't get nothing. Okay? You be looking too annoyed. This is insane! We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup. They're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back, and they are bigger every time we see them. It can't go on like this. It's time to wage war. Boy Scout handbook. Bow! 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 You know? You just gotta smack them around, bro. You just gotta smack them. We always knew books were precious. They are perfect weapons for waging total war on insectoids of any kind. Fear will keep the local spiders in line. Fear of the Scout handbook. Exactly! Boy Scout power, bro. No? Okay, good. Wait, what do you mean no? Fear will keep the local spiders in line. Fear of the Scout handbook. While chasing them around the shelter, we found a misplaced water bottle. That was a good hunt. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? Dolores will not survive without water. This morning has been calm. Okay, the question is, do we give Dolores water this time? Because we found one while killing spiders. Or do we just, like, let her tough it out one more day? You know? Like, she low-key be too annoying. Give water? Fine. Fine. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had moments to decide what to do. Gun? We thinking good? Ted sucks. Dolores keeps the family alive. What? Light? Wait, is it Mary Jane? Please be Mary Jane. Please be a mutant Mary Jane. Mutant Mary Jane. Oh, it's a dog! Wait, no, it is Mary Jane. What? Why did I hear a dog bark? We decided to check what's going on with our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. Yeah, poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning, we opened the door to let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully, it'll come back later. Okay. Where did I lost my spot? Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. During our expedition, we stumbled across a half-ruined wall with some half-burnt painting on it. We quickly realized we found the ruins of our local museum. Normally, we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You rascals! We jumped over the turnstile without looking back. In front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. And it was probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business now, or guess it was blown out of the market. Mary Jane is starving. We better give her some food today, or else. Mary Jane is really tired. Some water for Timmy would be nice. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been. Ted is fine. Okay, so Mary Jane gets food and water. Timmy is going to have to wait a day. Ring, ring. There we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal. Then suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go answer it? Do I want to send her back out to try to mutinize her? What do we think? Yes? Okay. Mary Jane, I gave you some food and water. You got this. You got this. Okay. It's for agents to save you. When we answered the phone, we clearly heard a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning from the shelter, or returning from the surface. Mary Jane is starving. We better give her some food today, or else. Timmy is in terrible shape. He needs to give you water now. Dolores is calm. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Where's water when Ted needs it? Okay, so Ted just needs both, or what? Like, what? Okay. So, it seems quite awful outside, or awfully quiet outside. Maybe it's safe. Maybe it's not. We don't know until we go out. Should we start an expedition? Just let Ted starve? Why? What did my boy Ted do? He was just chilling. We stumbled upon the... Oh, wait. Let me go back. I'm gonna send out Ted. No, I gotta feed him if I'm gonna send him out. Jane needs mutated. Jane can't go. So, we need to, like, wait a bit for that. Okay. We stumbled upon the remains of a bandit shantytown. Then don't send adults. Timmy's condition is fragile, bro. Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna send Ted, bro. Just chill then? Nah, I'm sending Ted. Ted need to go. We stumbled upon the remains of a bandit shantytown. Rebel. We found a cat licking its paws nonchalantly. Surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs, we can now hear its paws impatiently scratching. Should we let it inside? Fine, then we'll unsend Ted. No food for Ted. We take the cat. The kids need a cat. Okay. When we opened the hatch, the cat jumped in and marched around the whole shelter, sniffing all of us, every wall, corner, except or empty soup can and piece of furniture. Finally, it picked a quiet place and sat down and let out a deep sigh before taking a 12-hour nap. Its collar has Shurikov etched into it. What kind of name is that? That's what I'm saying. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores has not eaten for a while. There is to be some water left. Why does it keep saying that she wants both, bro? Dolores should get it. Ted is hungry. Ted wants food. Dolores wants food and water. So, food for everyone except for Timmy. And then Dolores needs some water. Okay. Ted is happy to risk his life. The state of the wasteland remains unknown too. Maybe we should risk it. I gotta send someone, right? I gotta send someone. You know, Ted just ate. He could go out, right? Surely. I'm on day 17. I'm pretty much a genius at this point. Right? Yeah. If adults die, you die? No. We got scared a little bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. Maybe the map fell down. It revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we probably crack it open. Well, we technically have it all the time in the world to do it. Should we try? Sure. Okay. By the way, this game's earliest ending is around maybe day 30 to 40. There's no way I win this game, surely. We're still not certain how the map fell down. Friendly on Inside the safe, we found a useful item, so we'll do this ghost the courtesy of not calling an exorcist. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Timmy has rested. Everything seems okay with Dolores. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. Okay, so Mary Jane needs a little bit of both. We gotta keep her well rested. Who we taking outside? We'll send Ted out. Wait, no. No, we'll send Timmy. Even though he's a weak little man. Weak little man. He just got to feeling better. He needs some exercise. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Bro, I just figured! Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Okay. Water. Food. There we go. Wait, did I give everything to everyone? No, I didn't. Okay. We wish we could just leave. Sitting down here with barely anything to do is driving us crazy. Nah. Day 20. Hey! I honestly thought I'd like immediately die. Or at least lose someone immediately by this point. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Dolores will not last long without water. Okay? That's my opinion. This morning has been calm enough for Ted and he's doing well. I'm going to give Dolores another day without water. She can get it next day. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army's on the radio again. They're telling us to get our flashlights ready to signal the aircraft. It'll be flying over our area later this evening. If they see our light, they'll know we're here to look for us. Yeah, sure. Why is the cat meowing? Alright. Everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. We're lucky to get it fixed just in time to hear the distant roar of the plane's engines. We're pretty sure the pilot saw us. Let's see if they get back to us. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Okay, so water. Okay. Sharikov is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it, and it's not far. Should we take the quick trip and see what's there? Should we? I'm thinking we should, right? Yeah? Any objections? I'll take that as a no. Okay. Can we please send Mary Jane, bro? Please. Come on, bro. We grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently it belongs to their dear old Nan, who loved it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Sharikov and thanked us and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be, and well, in this tiny shelter. Ted is hungry. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Does he want water or food, bro? Like, pick a struggle. You know? Ted gets nothing today. Nothing. When we opened the bunker door this morning to let in some fresh radioactive air, we discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was nothing, no note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look inside? Should we take a look inside, chat? I think we should. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. It's a bomb! Ah! What happened to Mary Jane? Inside the suitcase, we found some soup, but yuck, it expired long ago. We're not feeling very well. Some of us spent the whole morning on the bucket in the corner. We're not accepting anonymous gifts ever again. Mary Jane contracted an illness. Is this good? Is this what Mary Jane's supposed to do? I feel like it's not. Mary Jane contracted an illness. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is hungry. It looks like he's on one foot in the grave. He needs a drink right now. Ted is pretty fatigued. Ted, there you go. Mary Jane will heal you up. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. Sure. Why not? The cat? The cat is back? Timmy can sneak like a secret agent man, but that might not be enough to avoid the band of raiders camped near our shelter. We can probably assume he isn't coming back. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside. What happened next nearly gave us a heart attack. Some crazed rodent or reptile or whatever. This crazy mad creature was... Hello, local. Welcome to stream. I'm doing good. How about you? What happened next nearly gave us a heart attack. Some near crazed rodent or reptile or whatever. This crazy mad creature was leapt out and started jumping all over us. The shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it before we could do anything. It pushed our radio off the table and went back in the hole and crawled from, and we never saw it again. To our surprise, we found Sherikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. How did he get number one? I don't know. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like a good idea right now. Mary Jane is all well now. Mary Jane has rested. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores has to drink something. Dolores is pretty fatigued. Nothing new going on with Ted. Alright. Dolores gets food and water. Mary Jane got away today. Oh wait, expedition tomorrow? Okay, in that case, we'll feed Mary Jane tomorrow. We need mutant Mary Jane. We need mutant Mary Jane. Alright, come on. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Mary Jane keeps fainting. Dolores would really love something to eat. Ted's nothing new. Like, bro, what? Okay, Mary Jane is getting both. Dolores is gonna have to wait a bit. So, is Timmy just dead? Is that what's happened? Is that how it works? Okay, Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about. Ted is really thirsty. Ted can wait. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Sherikov found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on our table, topped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there. The cat might get angry if we take it away. The wire. So maybe it's best to leave it, or should we examine the wire? Let's examine the wire. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Knocking at the ceiling. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Where were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here, and the car has no wheels. Timmy knows that. I thought he was dead. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Okay. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs a drink right now. Okay, so they both get water. We need Mutant Mary Jane to pull up. The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Should we hear them out, chat? I don't know. I don't trust them. What do we think? I'm going to trust them. What could possibly go wrong? You know? We're alive? They were agents, real, live secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. They weren't listening in on us. It was the cat they were interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid them with some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promise they will extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they will come back soon with more information. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted seems to be doing alright even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Dolores can wait a day. We got a visit from a person with a physical mutation. He managed to grow several extra fully operational hands. He shared the story of his group with us. People with other deformities who, despite the circumstances, remain friendly and struggle to gather supplies wherever they go. People just shoo away them in fear of getting sick. He promises that if we gift him some supplies, his group will help us get rid of bandits next time they bother us. We'll give a water. One water. You know? We'll do a water bottle. Why not? Okay. Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days. It's been too long. We fear something bad's happened. No! Whether it was pity or just fear of the bandits, we're not sure, but in the end we agreed to their terms. We will be calmer knowing that someone else is looking out for us, especially someone with so many arms. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is hungry. Dolores can get some soup. Ted cannot. The note found on our door today was a real surprise for us. It's not signed, but it says that whoever wrote it has been observing us for a while and believes that we're the right kind of people. They instruct us to send a single unarmed representative to a meeting today at midnight to find out more. Should we send Ted? We're sending Ted. Okay. What happened? It's true. It's all true. There really are others like us. We arrived at the rendezvous unarmed and on time, and we were greeted by a friendly group of survivors. They're being led by twins, a brother and sister who seem to be friendly enough. They asked us some questions and promised to stay in touch. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted is hungry. Water for Dolores. Ted can wait. The state of the wasteland seems to remain unknown. Maybe we should risk it and go out. After all, you only live once. Ted will be sent. We woke up today to feeling very uncomfortable. It was like someone or something was watching us. We could have sworn we noticed some movement in the shadows. If anything besides us is alive in the bunker, it's time to teach that who's boss. Nah. Let it happen. Whatever it is, let it happen. As we were running around looking for something to smash, the furry rodent with it just disappeared. So did one of our food cans. The question is, how did that devil fit out or through one of those little holes? Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted is hungry. Ted can wait. Ted can wait. Oh, wait, no. Ted can't wait. He's got to go outside. Okay. Ted. You got this, Ted. We believe in you. We believe in you. You know? If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted left for the surface. We'll hope he'd be back soon. Time to ration supplies. Nothing. We've always wanted to throw a party with a huge cake. For some reason, it never worked. One time we were promised a great cake, but it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We're definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. Dolores is the sole survivor. Watch. Dolores will be the only one. We can make it work even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard that's the best way to get to Europe. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. Dolores gets all water. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing roach. We still haven't, but we saw one that was nearly as big as a cat. Good news, they probably scared it off any rats in the area. The bad news is they are huge and will probably attack us when they get the chance. Nah. Roaches chill. What happened? Why'd the cat meow? I don't like it. We underestimate the value of the cat and the environment. We thought we had a roach infestation on our hands, but Sherikov took care of it. Let's go! While we were asleep, was it reminded of its hunting days before the bomb dropped? Was it mesmerized by the roach's glow? Or does it have an undeniable thirst for the fresh roach blood? We never know why, but we're grateful that we don't have to deal with the insects that involved ourselves any longer. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Okay, well then we keep going. What we would give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again. We can't say there's a lot light underground. We don't expect it to be any brighter down here. Okay? Come on, Ted. Come on, Ted. We believe in you, Ted. Ted's not here. Crap. We can take care of ourselves. Dolores has not eaten for a while. No food for Dolores. Someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful red-haired woman accompanied by grumpy-looking mercenary who was probably her guard. She told us she was a trader and eagerly showed us the items she brought along. She offers a suitcase for medical device and a... No. No. Never trust the redhead. Never trust the redhead. You know? That's what I always say. Ted is back and he looks weird. What happened to him? It was hard to turn her down because of that dang cheerfulness, but we did it anyway. The woman seemed a bit disappointed and tired to offer us schematics for some weird gun. We turned that down too. It's not like we have any tools around here anyway. Ted was safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Let's go. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. It was difficult to tell right and left. All of the rubble that our town turned into, but we found our way to where the gas station used to be. It doesn't look like a gas station anymore. The only recognizable part were a few car wrecks and the cashier's booth that probably did a long trip up and then back to the ground. There was an abandoned truck in line for the gas pump. We immediately recognized the logo of a well-known company on its side, the Canned Soup Company. Hey! We stumbled upon a half-eaten sandwich in the cashier's booth and some bug spray. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores will not last long without water. Ted's stomach is rumbling. He's really tired. Okay. We'll do some high-level rationing today. Using this high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in with our next top-secret mission that would surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on a successful expedition and write down what we saw in their journal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Do we send Dolores? I just gave Dolores everything she needed. I think we send Dolores. Okay. Why does Ted look so goofy now, bro? We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised they would be back with more information soon. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back safe and sound. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted, you can wait a bit, bro. Just wait a bit. A few more hours. He's sick. Read chat. I saw that. But, like, he shouldn't be sick anymore. He's not allowed. A few more hours. Coughing. Leads to our ventilations have halted. There's no fresh air. Seems to be circulating through the shelter. We have to fix it before we suffocate like rats trapped by a professional. Very cool rat checker. What? We need a rat catcher? But what should we use? I don't know what to use. What do we think? What do we use? Spray? Okay. If this doesn't work, I'm blaming you. We decided to spray the heck out of the vent just to be safe side. Turned out it was the right thing to do. Hey, a couple of mutated insects fell out, followed by a gust of fresh air. Ted is hungry. Ted wishes all for a few drops of water. Ted can get both. Why not? Some door-to-door salesman found his way to our shelter. We remember him from before the apocalypse. He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called Astro Citizen, but we refused. Now he just wants supplies, and he says he will reveal some state secrets in return. Do we give him a supply? What do we think? Do we trust this hooligan? Yes, water. Alright, I'm thinking water too. So... Ooh, knock at the door. Dolores is back! Let's go. Hold up. We lost a water. We are generous. We shared our supplies with him. He tried to make us believe that America was has a working space station in orbit, or rather had, since according to that guy, it exploded when the bombs dropped. How convenient. A working space station, what a joker. He probably was so hungry and dehydrated his brain started to play tricks on him. Recon mission was risky business. We had to visit the neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we are expecting a government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores was hurt. Ted is fine. Dolores, we don't have a med kit. I'm sorry. Okay. We're almost certain that there are bandits running around. Running into them would be a big mistake. Not going. The twin siblings have paid us a visit today, asking if we have a map of our town in the shelter. Their group is becoming bigger every day. They're slowly running out of space in their tent, so they're traveling through a city looking for a good spot to make camp. We'll give them a map, sure. They returned a second time. I trust them. Besides, we already know what it's like around here. Day 40! We survived. Let's go. Alright. We're so happy to see them again. We quickly handed them our map and pointed out several locations that might be worth checking out. They left before it got dark to still get a few hours of scouting in daylight, but they said they would definitely come back again to share some news and a friendly chat. We hope they find a good place. Maybe we could visit them when camp is ready. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is fine. Dolores, you're gonna have to wait another day for soup. On our way back from our Lacta expedition, we noticed some drawings of a half-ruin nearby. It could be a very crude map of our town, and one place was marked with an X. Maybe it's some secret stash of soup. We'll give Dolores some food and water. No, Dolores is injured. Okay. We'll feed Ted. Ted will go out. Don't be a dumb decision. Don't be a dumb decision. Don't be a dumb decision. Ted survived. Okay. We're lucky to have spotted the map. The spot marked a small hiding place, and we found some useful supplies there. Ted safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Dolores would really love to eat something. I just fed you, Dolores! No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. Okay. Oh, nope. Do not want that. Okay. Hold on. We're almost certain there were bandits around. Running into them would be a big mistake. Not risking it. Why the other... I don't know. Another radio broadcast from the military was a huge shock for us. Not only did they postpone our rescue, but they also ordered the survivors to get rid of their firearms. Are they nuts? How are we supposed to defend ourselves? It better be worth it. Do we listen to the government here, chat? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't trust it. They're delaying. I don't like that. I don't appreciate their tone. They ain't getting nothing. Nothing. I've been saving my ammo. Alright. How are they gonna know? How are they gonna know? We decided to ignore those stupid orders. Who are they to tell us what to do? The U.S. government? Exactly. Well, they probably are, but that doesn't mean they can take our gun over our dead bodies. Dolores would really love to eat something. There's nothing going on with Ted. Dolores, you're waiting until tomorrow. Oh, we're almost certain there are bandits around. No. A coded note was left outside your doorstep. It's all symbols and numbers, some sort of cipher we need to crack before we can read the letter. Dolores seems eager for this challenge. However, it is hard to tell how long this could take her, and it could prove to be a waste of time. Should we keep herself busy with it? Yeah. Why not? What else is there to do? Quite frankly. Okay. Dolores instantly sat down with code and started working on it with a purpose. She looks very focused. Let's hope the note is worth staying up all night for. Dolores looks very tired already. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores is really tired. Ted needs some water to survive. Okay, you get water. You get soup. There you go. Sending Dolores out would be a death sentence. There's no way we can send Ted out in this current state. We felt that we should do something about our interior decoration. The feng shui is really off with our fallout shelter. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? There's only one way to find out. Flashlight. Flashlight. Day 44. What was it? What was behind the door? We inspected every corner of the room and found nothing. Well, that was a waste of time. Dolores has not eaten for a while. She ate yesterday! There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Dolores, you're going to have to wait a day. We heard some commotion, and we're pretty sure it's a band of raiders. Venturing outside might be quite dangerous right now. None of them are in good position anyway. No. Okay. Clearly, we're trustworthy. After our last successful mission as agents came back with another request, we are generously provided either a couple soup cans or a couple water bottles for an agent in the field. They'll take care of delivery in return. We'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and promise of a better future in a government shelter. Do we trust the government here? Skymon, what do you think? Do we give them water? I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't know about this one. Yes? Really? Why? Why, though? Because, like, we don't even have enough soup to survive that. I'm gonna trust you. It's an ending? Okay. Oh. Graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing a civic duty and promised that they would be back with more information soon. Dolores will not survive without water. Dolores got ill. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is rested. Okay. There's no water. No! Why? Why did I listen? No! Ted's in really good shape and ready for a trip. Water for Dolores? There is no water! There is no water! We're out of water! There's one? No, there is not! There is no water. In the shelf, though, Ted's going on a trip. It looks like several days and a lot of silence cursing. Delora finally cracked the code. The note contains detailed directions for some secret locations nearby, but it also says Dolores must show up alone. She says she's willing to, but we can't help wondering whether it's some sort of trap. Should we risk it? Dolores is dead, bro. Dolores is already dead. I have to send her, right? Surely. I have to send her. Right? It's her only hope. Salutes to Dolores. She made it to day 45. Ted, I was about to send you on an expedition. Dolores is on her way to service. Let's hope she'll make it back safe. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Ted gets nothing. Enough sitting around. It's time to visit the surface and look for some additional supplies. Ted, you got that. Ted, you got that. Reconnect with old friends. Day 47. Nobody's here. It was very unwise of Ted to walk right out into the hands of a gang. He's not coming back. Dolores came back looking relaxed and carrying extra supplies. The note was written to her by her dear old friend Peggy, who now inhabits a shelter together with other work colleagues of Dolores. She claims it was some sort of secretary job before she married Ted. It's weird how little we know about that time in her life. She's quite a private person. Our dear Dolores, but clearly all these years ago she made friendships surely proved useful. Time to ration supplies. Dolores isn't here. We've heard some commotion outside. No. It's tough surviving these conditions. Let's hope it'll be over soon. We might end up dead in a wasteland or a ditch. That's nothing to worry about. Where's Dolores? Where's Dolores? Dolores isn't here. What? It's hard to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with it. We can't lose hope. Ration supplies can't. Nobody's here. We're almost certain there are bandits outside. A stranger pushing a rusty wheelbarrow filled with all kinds of goods stopped by today, claiming he's a trader. No, I want my water. If Dolores comes back, it is a miracle. Like we've already lost, surely. We refused to trade. Hopefully we made the right choice, but the trader was not too happy about this. Time to ration supplies. Nobody's here. Judging by the sound of gunfire and screams, it seems like the band of thugs has taken control of the area. Going out there would be risky. When we heard familiar voices, our friends behind the doors, we rushed open. The siblings and their group finished building their camp. Unfortunately, they discovered the place already had its own inhabitants, mutated roaches. The insects will give this rest and night of peace. Is there anything we can do to help them? Let's give them the gun. Like we're already risking it all. If Dolores makes it back, it's a miracle. We gave the group just what they needed to get rid of the unwanted housemates. The insects are gone and their nest was destroyed, so they will need another camp to settle in. Hopefully they will choose a bandit camp instead of bothering decent wastelanders like our friends. Ration supplies, nobody's here. We played a game of list things you hate the most, and our neighbor's name kept popping up for some reason. That reminded us that that little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wonder what's inside. Maybe now's the time to find out. But who will do the honors? Nobody. Because Dolores isn't here. Where is Dolores? Surely Dolores comes back. Or did I just like break the game entirely? We decided against that risky endeavor. Even the safe is intact. Even if the safe is intact, the contents are probably boring and not as much of a waste as Ned was. We heard some commotion outside. Quite dangerous. Nobody's going. The radio broadcast from the military was a huge shock for us. Not only did they postpone our own rescue, but they ordered the survivors to get rid of their firearms. Are they nuts? How are we supposed to defend ourselves? It better be worth it. No. Dolores isn't even here, bro. Where's Dolores? Surely. Where's Dolores? We decide to ignore the stupid orders. Who are they to tell us what to do? The U.S. government over our dead bodies. So have I just broken the game? Surely. Surely I've just broken the game. Or is the cat the sole survivor? Think you broke the game? Do I just win? Okay, radio blew up. Never seen this one before. I broke the game first try. Let's go. Our sorry excuse for dinner was interrupted by a raspy voice coming from outside saying, hey, wanna buy a rock? We calmed down when we realized his voice belonged to an old man Jim who used to live in our town. Well, at least we think he did. We just never quite figured out where he stayed. We should probably answer his question. It's impolite to be waiting. Sure, why not? Like, who's he gonna hurt? Who's he gonna hurt? Realistically, who's he gonna hurt? The void. There's nobody here. There's literally nobody here. We opened the door and greeted the old man with a smile. He was eager to show off his bag filled with a rich choice of rocks and convinced us to take one for free for old time's sake. We agreed, carefully chose the best looking rock, and the man left. We can't complain, it's a really good rock. The best rock you've ever seen. Also, he claimed it brings luck. We'll see about that. Dolores is not here. If there's one sure way to get our attention, it's definitely banging on the shelter door. Whoever it is, they're quite persistent. They've been at it for the past 5 minutes. Should we open? Sure. Why not? Who's gonna get hurt here? The end. We're taken out of our home into the dark and hastily transported to what agents call a presidential bunker. It's amazing. Sure, the walls are similar to shade of gray, but now they have a whopping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper supplies, nothing to sneeze at. Either all in, all. It's definitely nothing, or it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit back, relax, and let someone else empty the bucket for change. We survived 55 days. All of us were safe. Day 6, winner takes it all. Day 7, a quick stop at the store. Day 7, a nuclear fallout has gone. Day 10, we made contact. Day 13, Spider-Man. Day 14, 2 legs good, 4 legs better. Day 15, fine arts. Day 15, hello. Day 15, unexpected call. Day 16, unlikely survivor. Day 17, paranormal activity. Day 20, I don't know what these are. Okay, wait. So Timmy did not make it back. Mary Jane did not make it back. Ted was captured on day 47. Door-to-door salesman, tear down his nest, anarchy time, radio session, wanna buy a rock, VIP paradise, the end. So Dolores is just an ethereal being then. You survived maybe. Days survived, water consumed, soup consumed, times defended your shelter, yes decisions, no decisions, successful expeditions, items brought from expeditions. I don't know how I won that, but I did. And I will take it. I won my first game of 60 seconds purely by BSing it. I will gladly take that. That was beautiful. What do we think, guys? Was that the perfect way to do it? Did I just win at life? I think I did. I think I did. What do we think? That was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right. I think I'm going to end stream now, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.